Hello dear students, welcome back to the science class. I hope you all are fine and you all are studying well. Yes dear students, as you all know that coming soon you all are having your PT1 test. Yes, so for that as I have already given the syllabus for you. The first lesson, that is food, where does it come from? And even I have given already the question answer part also, and even second lesson also, the name of the lesson is components of food. Okay, the first and second lesson will be there for your PT1 test. Okay, as I have given already the question answers in a PDF form. The second lesson long answers I will send, so even that also you have to write in your Facebook, and with the two lessons your Facebook should be completed. Okay, those two lessons will be there for your PT1. So study well dear students. Dear students, today in this video class we are going to begin with the third lesson, that is fiber to fabric. What is the name of the lesson? Fiber to fabric. This is your chapter number 3. Okay, so today we are going to start the new lesson. Here only the introduction part I will be dealing. Okay, as you all know dear students, if a human being want to survive, okay, then what are the basic needs? Can you tell which are the basic needs for a human beings? Yes, air. Air is one of the basic need for a human being. Sleep, food, clothes. The next one, shelter, safety and water. These are the some of the basic needs which human beings require in their life. Without these basic needs, we cannot survive. Can we survive without air? No. Without water? No. We can't survive without air, water, sleep, safety, food, clothing, shelter. These are the very essential needs which we human being require. So, let us see the introduction part of your lesson 3, that is fiber to fabric. As you all know, clothes. Yes, we are wearing variety of clothes in our day to day life. Why we need clothes? To cover our body we require clothes. Okay, clothes along with the food and the shelter are primary needs of all human beings. As I have already told, clothes is one of the primary needs. Along with the food, even we require what? We require clothes here. What we require dear students? Along with the food we require the clothes here. Clothes are used mainly to protect our bodies against the weather, strong sunlight, extreme cold or heat and rain. By wearing the clothes, what happens? It protects our body. Yes, the clothes will protect our body from weather, it may be, from strong sunlight it may be, from the cold also, and from heat and rain also. Yes, these are the some of the uses of clothes. By wearing clothes, yes, it protects our bodies. The main use of the clothes are they will protect our bodies. Yes. So, clothes protect us from insects. Yes, even it will protect us from insects. Yes, they also reflect and add to our personality. Okay, yes, even they will give looks to our body. Yes, by wearing a different variety of clothes. Okay, our personality will look good here. The kind of clothes people wear mainly depend on the climate of the place they live in and their lifestyle. Yes, dear students, we are wearing variety of clothes. If there is a summer season, we are wearing a cotton clothes. As the heat will be more, yes, the sunlight will be more, so we are wearing more cotton clothes. If it is a rainy season, to protect from the rain, we are wearing some of the raincoats. Yes, okay, the waterproof jerkins we are wearing. If there is a winter season, we are wearing sweaters, jerkins and all to protect from the cold. So we are mainly dependent on climate. Okay, our clothing system, whatever we are clothes we are wearing, it depends mainly on what? It depends mainly on climate, where we are living, in which place we are living. Yes, we are not wearing sweater in a summer season. Yes, we can't wear because the sweaters are suitable only for winter season. Okay, in a summer season we wear only the cotton clothes, as the cotton clothes will absorb the sweat. Yes, in a summer season we will sweat more, so we require what? We require a cotton clothes. But if you see in a winter season the cold will be more, so for that purpose we require what? We require sweaters and all. So it depends mainly on climate. Whatever the clothes we are wearing, it depends mainly on the climate here. That is why traditional clothes vary from a place to place. Yes, dear students, even from which place we are living, that is also very important. Okay, from place to place the clothing system is different. Okay, I hope you are understanding about the clothes here. Human beings have been wearing clothes since ancient times. Yes, dear students, as you all know that from old, the meaning of ancient is nothing from olden days. Okay, people are wearing what? From olden days people are wearing, okay, clothes here. The meaning of ancient here is olden days. Human beings have been wearing clothes since ancient times, something but from olden days only the people are wearing the clothes here. They would cover their bodies with the leaves and skin of animals, but the system was different here. In olden days the people used to cover their bodies how? With the help of some of the tree leaves. Okay, some of the leaves they used to take and they used to cover their bodies. Even the skin of animals also they used to cover their bodies. Earlier clothes were made by hand. We have evidences of stitching needles made of bones and ivory. Yes, dear students, what in earlier days the people used to do? The clothes were made by hand here. Nowadays the technology has improved and we have machines. With the help of the machines we are stitching the clothes. But in olden days, in earlier days, the people used their hand. What they used? If they want to make a cloth, they used to prepare by their hand here. And we have evidences of stitching needles. Yes, with the help of a needle. Needle is nothing but a sharp ended one. Okay, stitching needles made of bones and ivory. How the needles were in olden days? Okay, it was with the help of bones and ivory. Okay, which are about 30,000 years old. They today clothes are mostly made by machines, but handmade clothes are also used in many parts of our country. Yes, dear students, in the olden days the people used to wear the clothes, okay, which are made by hand. Nowadays with the help of the machines we are getting the many variety of clothes here. This is all about the introduction part of your third lesson. Okay, let us see the history of clothing here. Nothing but in olden days how the people used to get their clothes. That all we will see here. As you know, in olden days, the clothes worn by human beings were made of animal skins and different types of furs. Nothing but, dear students, in olden days, the people used to wear, okay, the animal skin, the leaves, okay, furs are nothing but here the outer covering, okay, types of furs. With the time human beings found other materials to make clothes here. Clothes were made from a bark of trees and even a grass here. Okay, how the clothes were made here? Clothes were made from the bark of trees here. Nothing but the outer covering, the bark part will be there. Bark is one of the part of a tree it is. So what the people used to do? They used to cover their bodies with the help of a bark of a tree and even with the help of grass, leaves, okay, the skin of animals. They used all these things to cover their body. In olden days, what the people used to do to cover their body? They used to wear the leaves and the skin of animals and even grass, bark of trees. These all things they used to cover their bodies. The bark was pounded really hard to make it soft like a pieces of clothes. These soft pieces would have been sewn together and then colored with the natural dyes. Around 2000 BCE, people finally started to weave the cloth here. What the people done here, the bark used to be very hard, they used to make it a soft, and they used to sieve it, and okay, with the help of the natural colors which are available naturally, then they used to dye it with the natural colors, then they started weaving the clothes here. When they started finally to weave the cloth, dear students, around 2000 BCE people started to weave the cloth here. Let us see the definition of a fibers. Yes, the name of the lesson is fiber to fabric. Then what is the definition of a fiber? Let us see the definition of a fiber here. The thin threads. The thin threads that form a clothes are called a fibers. What is the definition of a fibers, dear student? The thin threads. Can you see the picture here? The thin threads. These are the fibers we call. The thin threads that form a clothes. Yes, by using these thin threads, the people will weave the clothes here. Okay, what is the definition of fibers then? The thin threads that form a clothes are called a fibers. You can see the picture of fibers here. These are the thin threads. Okay. Here, let us see the categorization of fibers. How they are fibers? They are divided. The fibers are mainly divided into two types. One is a natural fiber and one is a synthetic fiber. Fibers are mainly classified into two types. How many types the fibers are classified? Fibers are classified into two types. The first one is a natural fiber and the second one is a synthetic fiber. Yes, dear students, what are natural fibers then? Natural fibers are nothing but the fibers which are obtained from plants and animals. Nothing but these natural fibers we are getting it from plants and animals we are getting. Okay, then what are synthetic fibers? These are obtained from chemicals. Okay. Let us see the example of natural fibers and synthetic fiber here. Yes, dear students, as I have already told you, the natural fibers are obtained from plants and animals. Plants like a cotton. From a cotton plant, we are getting cotton. From jute plant, we are getting a jute fiber. From a linen plant, we are getting a linen. Animals, wool we will get from a sheep, goat and all. Silk, from silk worms we are getting. Camel and hair. By using these animals, we will get animal fibers. Okay, this is all about the introduction part of your lesson. In the next video class, we will continue with this lesson. Till that, dear students, read the lesson how much I taught you. In the next video class, again we will meet. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye.